Okay, so part two, where we left off. So my dad ended up getting me that guitar that I just couldn't put down at Guitar Center. So that was around 14, 15 years old, and this is right here in the beginning where we get into the point to I started my bodybuilding career. At that time, I was kind of hanging around with the wrong kind of people. You know, they were kind of getting into trouble and just the people you want to get away from. So what I ended up doing was I was always really short too. It took me a while to hit my growth spurt. You know, I was always like around 4 feet tall. It took me forever, and like a lot of people that get into weightlifting and things like that, I did get picked on a lot. I was small. I was short, and you know, it was just one of those things where it was like, it was like the music, and then getting into the weightlifting was like my way out, or my way of attacking people without actually causing physical harm to people. So I worked out with a buddy after school, or no, let me back up here. Before that started happening, it was like one day, just on the spot, I stopped eating the fast food at the time, and just stopped being lazy. I put on my death metal, my thrash metal in my room, and I would do 500 push-ups and sit-ups every single night. And I just stayed really committed to that. I would just think about the music and just my aggression, just getting it out on those push-ups and those sit-ups. And I ended up seeing just great results from that. So that was like my beginning of wanting to, get into weightlifting. Maybe not so much bodybuilding yet, but just, I wanted to feel the weights. So I worked out with a friend after school, and right there, that changed my life. We worked out one time, and that's all it took, and I have not stopped since. So those of you that don't know this month is my 21-year anniversary that I started lifting weights, that I got into bodybuilding. So I've been doing this for a very, very long time. So right there, I never stopped. Hang on a second. It's a little warm out here. So I got hooked from there. And, ironically, the very first magazine that I ever purchased was a magazine called Men's Workout. I don't know if you guys remember that one, or people that are my age know that, familiar with that magazine. Ironically, it's a natural bodybuilding magazine that used to be around back then. So, I'm flipping through the pages, and I'm going, man, I can look like these guys, but more importantly, I am going to look like these guys, or I'm going to look better than these guys. So that ties back to my dad's work ethic. There again, it went into bodybuilding. Anytime my dad was passionate about something, which he gave it his everything, and he always got amazing results from it. So this was no different. I got amazing results from the guitar playing, and then I kept believing in myself. I said, you know what, I'm going to do the same thing with bodybuilding. And so I pushed and pushed for years and years. And so we fast forward to, God, what was it? It was like, it was probably 2 years later or something. I started to notice, like, I started from like 165 pounds or something like that when I was kind of chubby, from eating bad and stuff like that. So, doing the push-ups and sit-ups and all that, and then training for about a year or so, 2 years, I got down to about 145 pounds. And I already had, at 15 years old, I had 15-inch arms. And then all of a sudden when I was 16, they were 16. It was almost like I grew an inch, like my arms got an inch every time I went up in age. So that was exciting for me too. So I just kept at it, and like here we are today. I just never stopped. I never took a break. I stayed away from, I mean, don't get me wrong, I partied a little bit with my buddies on weekends and stuff, but all the other days I was eating every 3 hours, like I learned, and just eating all the foods I'm supposed to eat, and making sure I'm training hard, because back then you didn't have a chance to be on your phone. Like there was no such thing back then. If you were on your phone in the gym, everybody wanted to beat you up. Like, they're like, man, look at this piece of crap. That's how it was back then. Now it's like almost the opposite, where if somebody's pushing hard, training hard, everyone's like, oh, that guy over there, screw him. Like, it's almost like that's looked down on, and that's wrong. I can't believe it that our culture, this culture, has gone in that direction. You know, when it comes to you know, trying to change your body and make it something that you want it to be. So, but yeah, I mean, so like, you know, we get into like the 5th year, and you know, you go through plateaus as you go on being a bodybuilder. You'll just keep reaching these different plateaus, and I broke through every single one of them up until a point where I was about, I think I was 20. Oh, that's a big centipede. Got up to about, I think I was 23 or 24 years old, and I got kind of frustrated at that point where it was like my 3rd year of pretty much being stuck at 190 pounds or something like that. And I kind of, you know, you got to use this and this. And I sat down, I'm going, okay, you know, don't get so frustrated, don't be so hard on yourself. What can I do to break through this? And I started thinking to myself, I'm going, you know, I remember in my Muscular Development magazine, it had Gabe Kapler on the cover. I remember there was a bodybuilder in there that was, I remember in the article, it said he was drug-free. Let me go back through there and find him. And it was Skip LaCour. Now, you guys can say whatever you want about Skip LaCour. That's irrelevant. So I flipped through, and, you know, well, man, you know, this is an incredible physique. I can do this too. So I end up Googling his name, and I go to his website, and he's got that Max OT training on there, and he had a 2-disc DVD set. I remember my testimony was on his website for years, and that was 100%. It came from, you know, came from the heart, because it was, you know, 100% true. When I started doing that routine, I gained like 12 pounds or 15 pounds, whatever it was. But, you know, that's not all muscle. You got like fluid retention, and you got your water, like all that has weight. But my strength and just my size, I just like exploded off of this routine. And I just, you know, I got so much stronger off of it, and it was like, I can't thank Skip. I can't thank him enough for that, because that completely changed my life and the way I train. I found something that I respond very, very well to. So, and what I want to keep sharing with you guys as I continue to make these videos for you. So, you know, I kept going on, and I ended up reaching my peak probably right around, I'd say about 08 was like where my peak was with bodybuilding. I've been this same size, same weight for 10, 11 years, and I haven't been able to break through it. And I know what it'll take to break through it, but I refuse to go down that path. It's just not worth it. So, you know, I'm very happy with what I've done so far. I mean, last year I ended up getting my pro card, and it's like now I can actually make these videos, because back then I wanted to make them, but it was almost like it was a distraction because I never earned that pro card yet. And that's what I wanted to do before I started making videos and, you know, trying to teach people, because I get so inspired, and I'm so happy when I see people reach their goals. And that's what I want to do for you guys. And I want to make my music, and, you know, that's another thing that has been put on hold for a long time too. I ended up recording an entire album. There's like 13 songs, and, you know, some of the other songs that I've uploaded, that's all just sitting there, and I want it done. I want to hear it. You know, I want it professionally recorded. I want you guys to hear it. You know, you guys have been bugging me, and you guys are right. You know, you're the guys that are inspiring me and pushing me to keep going with this. So that's, you know, going to be my gift to myself and a gift to you guys, because you guys just, you don't realize how much you inspire and motivate me to keep doing this stuff. You really don't. I'm getting dry mouth. Hang on a second. So there is more to my story, but it's kind of personal. Like, I don't know if I really want to get into it and, you know, kind of talk down on my parents for why I don't speak to them. And it's almost been 5 years since I talked to my mom, my sister, my dad. So I probably would get a little emotional if I start talking about it. It would hurt. So I don't really want to go down that path right now, but that might be a future video for you guys, because I think it's a hell of a story to, you know, explain to you guys and realize that no matter what happens in life, you just want to you just keep going. Don't ever give up. Don't ever let people tell you that you can't do this or can't do that. The word can is the worst word that you could ever use, because that's BS. You can do whatever you want as long as you use this, and you use this right here. So this deer is really close to me. Look at this. She knows I got food. I'm gonna feed you in a second. I got apples. I got some of those Spanish peanuts. But anyway, guys, we're gonna cut it right here. I just want to keep enjoying the day that I have right now. But as far as some of the content that's still coming out, I'm having a little bit of a problem with my editing software. All of a sudden it decided to stop working. So that's why I'm actually doing these videos off of my phone, so I can actually upload this, because I really wanted to get this out to you guys. But again, like I was just saying, you guys that are out there that are really passionate and, you know, moved and enthused, inspired to, you know, keep pushing as a bodybuilder, especially as a natural, just don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something, because you absolutely can. I just want to see that you guys succeed. And you know, this is one of the problems with the internet too. There's a lot of good information and there's a lot of bad information. All these websites and these message boards and stuff, I can see how that would be like a negative impact on myself if I was exposed to that back, you know, when that stuff was, it wasn't really around when I was you know, when I was training. And even if it was, I didn't have a computer until, I want to say like 05, 06, something like that. So I could see how that could hurt somebody's motivation to keep pushing and, you know, trying to strive to be the best that they could be. So, you know, that's my word of advice. Stay off of that stuff. Do not even look at that. That is garbage. Don't read into it. Don't do any of that stuff. Just keep pushing, because you can do this. I know you guys can do this. So yeah, we're going to stop right here, but we're going to keep continuing on with these videos. So I'm going to keep doing what I can to keep pumping out content for you guys. So again, I appreciate everything. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share this with everyone, and we're just going to keep making videos, and I'm going to do everything I can to see that you guys achieve and reach your goals. This is Kevin Frasard, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Have a great day.